Hey, just came across this report. It actually has to do with South Africa, this Africa for geopolitical, and platinum. So let's get into it here. It says, this is from Reuters from today. Bulk of South Africa's emergency power projects still seeking funds to build, which means they haven't been built yet. Further in the report, I'll get to that. Johannesburg, November 1st, Reuters. South Africa hopes for a raft of new power projects to help out a crippling energy crisis are fading, with investments still elusive as an already extended funding deadline looms, government officials, companies, and bankers have told Reuters. Africa's most developed economy is facing daily power cuts due to regular breakdowns in the state utility Eskom's aging coal-fired power plants and needs an extra 4 to 6 gigawatts of energy capacity, officials say, to end rolling blackouts, which is part of the reason why platinum is they're not mining as much as they did last year because of this. But the 11 power projects, here's the cool thing, but the 11 power projects selected to deliver nearly 2 gigawatts of new capacity by mid-2023, we are already past that, during a fast-tracked 2020 emergency auction, 8 representing more than 90% of the anticipated capacity have yet to even secure investment. Might I remind you, we are in an economic war with BRICS. If they want funding, why is China or Russia or India not funding them? They have not even been funded for something they started in 2020 to be done by mid-2023, which was a couple months ago. It hasn't been done yet. Following the pandemic, the projects, a mix of solar, wind, battery storage, and natural gas have faced rising interest rates and higher costs for everything from solar panels, wind turbines, to labor. It seems like the cough might have got South Africa sick badly economically. That has made it tougher for them to secure the investment they need from banks. South Africa's not. This is not looking good for BRICS. When they were bid, I do not think the projects were feasible, said Cheryl Byron, banker at Standards Bank, who has worked with some of the companies, but the market moved against them, and now they are struggling. The market moved against them. Might I remind you, economic war with BRICS. These are the circumstances and the consequences, in my opinion, of an economic war. Only the 3 smallest, all from Norway's Scatec, have made significant progress, with one of the 50 megawatt capacities coming online last month. There's a little bit of power for them. The other 2 are likely to start before the end of the year, said Zayed Mullah, head of the investment banking Standards Bank, lead financial Scatec projects. The lead financer 2 Scatec projects. The other successful bidders whose sources say they have secured funding: South Africa's Mulilu, France's EDF, and Engie, Turkish floating LNG firm and Car Power Ship, and Saudi Arabia's ACWA Power have already had several extensions on the original 2022 deadline to reach financial close. A possibly final year-end deadline, that was hard to talk about, for funding is now looming, the sources said, rising doubts over whether some of the projects will be built, which means South Africa is going to stay with power problems. Delays in emergency power procurement will continue to hurt state utility Eskom's financial performance this year, said acting CEO Khalib Kassim, said this on Tuesday. Other planned power projects in the country also look set to under-deliver, a source told Reuters. in July, the government now expects only half the anticipated 2.6 gigawatts in capacity from 2021 bidding round for wind and solar projects to come online. It doesn't sound like a government that's going to be growing anytime soon, much less sustaining what they have. A top official in President Cyril Ramsafari, sorry about butchering your name, sir, office, who asked not to be named, as he was not authorized to speak to the public on the matter, said it is unlikely further extensions to the 2020 projects beyond the coming December fundraising deadline will be permitted, which means they are getting none of the power they wanted. They're getting 50 megawatts. Wow. Beyond then, companies may be forced to relinquish their allotted grid capacity, he said, adding that decision on the deadline extensions are ultimately up to the Department of Mineral Resources and Energy. The DMRE told Reuters it weighs requests on a case-by-case basis. Neither ACWA Power, which is building the 150 megawatt plant, nor Muli, which is meant to build projects, responded to an email questionnaire or questions. So there you go, people. Reuters came out with today that